as a business owner, as a leader, you should be able to, or you should be taking accountability for the things that you've done wrong. What's up, guys? So we are here in Robstown, Texas, taking a look at one of the projects that we are about 98% done with. Unfortunately, the contractor that we had on this job flaked on the property. I don't want to mention any names. Maybe I will mention some names. I know people want to know, so that way they don't get screwed over. But this contractor ended up flaking on the property, and now we have to finish it up. It's unfortunate that this stuff happens, but it does happen in this type of business, especially when you pay them before the job is done. It's something that I tell you guys time and time again not to do, but it's one of the things that I did, and I'll explain why I did this. The contractor was, again, about 98% done. If you haven't seen the before of this project, go ahead and check that out. I might put a little clip here in a second, but this was a completely different house whenever we started. So he's come a long way, but unfortunately, towards the very end, the electrician was supposed to come in here and finish out all the electrical stuff, and he kept flaking on the job. Finally, I was done with him. He kept lying to me as to why he couldn't make it, and yada, 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 yada. Long story short, I ended up firing him, which held up my general contractor. And I'm telling you this story because although the general contractor is in the wrong for skipping out on the job, as a business owner, as a leader, you should be able to, or you should be taking accountability for the things that you've done wrong. Anyways, the electrician didn't finish the job, so I ended up firing him, and because he really never did anything. He kept coming over here, doing this, maybe doing one thing, doing two things, nothing that was going to finish the job. And so I fired him. I said, you know what, I'm done playing your game. I'm gonna get somebody else in to finish the job. I got another contractor in here to, another electrician to finish the job. But meanwhile, my contractor was saying, hey Mark, I'm done for the most part. I can't do anything else until the electrician is finished. The electrician finally finished his job, but before that, he had asked me, he said, is there any way that I could get the final payout, the final draw? Little areas in the kitchen that needed to be done, little patches that the electrician had to make holes for in order to run all the new electrical and, drop things and take things out. So those were little things that the electrician needed to do. And then once the electrician was done, then my contractor was supposed to come in and finish up the work. But because it was taking a little longer than expected for my electrician to do what he had to do, my contractor asked me if he could get paid for the job that he did. But he reassured me, he said, Mark, don't worry, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up for you, don't worry, I just need some help with my guys, I'm kind of tight on money and yada, 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 yada. Me being the kind-hearted guy that I am, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, and unfortunately in this business, you shouldn't do that. I mean, this guy was a contractor that did countless jobs for a lot of my friends that I've referred so many times, time and time again. And he's done work for me, and he's done really good work. I mean, for the most part, he did a pretty decent job. But unfortunately, you just can't trust anybody. I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, just one guy ruins it for the bunch. Like, just be straight up. That's all I ask. I don't need the money. It's not that big of a deal. I paid you the money, that's fine. Just finish the job. Just finish the job. He couldn't even do that. And it's unfortunate because I'll never use him again, and I will recommend other people not to use him for this particular reason. For the most part, it looks pretty good. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. Picked it up for less than 50 grand, and we put about $25,000 into it. It's worth about $160,000. And yeah, here we are. So a few things. We got to replace this window that's back here. There's a window that's cracked back there. We got to go ahead and paint the ceiling and the patchwork that we did yesterday. And then of course we have to clean everything up, clean all the paint off the ground. Most of this is just paint and drywall mud. There's really nothing that's going to stay stuck on the ground. It looks pretty bad, but this is easy stuff. So we're going to clean all this out, get the toilets installed, get all the fixtures installed, get everything that we need to do. It's very minimal work here that needs to be done, but we're gonna knock it out within these next 2 weeks, because right now we are in holiday season, so we have Thanksgiving coming up. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's celebrating Thanksgiving. And other than that, guys, if you are interested in joining my real estate journey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, or if you're interested in investing, I know there's actually a couple of you that have reached out to me wanting to invest into real estate, don't know where to begin. And if you have money to start, I recommend jumping in on one of these deals. I would love to have you as a partner and show you the ropes, show you how to do this, so that way you can do this yourself. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do this, but especially if you're just starting out, I do recommend, if it's not with me, get with somebody who knows how to do this stuff, who's done it before, so that way you don't make the same mistakes that we have. You know, we've gone through a lot of this stuff, and we've gone through, even today, you know, I would consider myself a veteran investor. I've owned a lot of properties. I've flipped a lot of properties. I keep all the properties, most of the properties, unless it's an apartment complex. But you know, I've gone through all this. So, but even today, even after going through this time and time again, we ended up getting screwed over by a contractor. Luckily, it was only about $1,000 that he took from us, you know. But you don't want to go through those same mistakes, right? So you want to minimize that as much as possible. And the best way to do that is with partners, okay? You minimize your risk, you minimize your overhead, you minimize everything. So very important, just find somebody who you're familiar with that is doing this kind of stuff, and see if maybe you can get everything started. But other than that, we got a lot of good things coming. Actually, next door to this property, we own that property right there, and we're starting new construction. It's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's currently, right now, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but I think we're either gonna make it a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, or a 3-bedroom with an office. We're kind of on the fence there on that one, but we're super excited. We got all the bids in on that one, and I know it's going to be awesome. I know you're going to want to follow for that. So we're going to go over all the costs. We're going to break it down from sector to sector, show you exactly how much everything is going to cost us, and hopefully you guys can learn how to be your own general contractor builder. So until next time, we will see you on the next video. Have a good one, guys, and happy Thanksgiving. If we don't see you before the holidays, or before the holidays are over, we'll see you back in December. But I think I'm gonna make a couple videos until then. So we'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace.